Stop thinking about the art you're making. That's the point I'm gonna make today. It's quite simple, isn't it? Stop thinking, let go, and draw. Well, hello there, I'm Détroit. We think too much, in general. As people, as humans, we individuals in a community think too much. Let's close our eyes for a moment. Wait, no, don't close your eyes. I didn't make the video for you to close your eyes in front of it. Let's imagine closing our eyes while we click on the subscribe button. And then you relax. You know, all the things in your life that are always in your mind, like your tax status, or the light bulb you need to replace but consistently forget about, and so on. Well, let them all go. Stop thinking about it. Concentrate on my voice and the shapes on the screen. If you're drawing along with me, let your arm do the work while your head relaxes. If you can't seem to turn your brain off, do the following. Imagine the thoughts in your head like motes of light in your brain. See them twirl around inside your grey matter. Then force these motes of light along your spine, slowly. Now concentrate on your neck and see how the thoughts are out of the brain and in your neck. Keep pushing them along slowly, out of the spine and towards your clavicles. Then your shoulders. On the way towards your arm, focus only on the present moment, on where you currently are focusing. See the way your shoulder bones interact. See how the muscles are attached. Follow the bicep towards your elbow. And continue on. Continue pushing the tiny motes of thoughts towards your wrist, the tip of your fingers, and finally let the thoughts rush into your pen and flow onto the canvas. Now, I have no idea if that actually helps you relax or not, but I like to imagine and see my own body from the inside. At night, especially to get to sleep quicker, sometimes I do that. I imagine every fiber, every muscle, every tendon, every bone in my body, taking the time to feel them or imagine feeling them individually. I don't really know if that works, since I'm usually asleep at the end if I'm lucky. But maybe I'm just asleep because it's already late by this point, since I spent at least half an hour thinking about my insides. Anyway, I'm getting away from the point of the video, sorry. The point is to stop thinking conscious thoughts in order to draw. Let the unconscious thoughts and feelings speak and see what the canvas turns out as. You see, for example, this drawing I'm making. Inside the swirls of ink, I see clouds. I see puffs of snow. I see my colleague who used my computer to send an email to all my coworkers saying I would bring breakfast for everyone the next day. All my unconscious thoughts expressed on these swirls of ink. But that's not actually true. To be completely honest, this drawing is exactly what you see, a bunch of swirls of ink. It's not even my unconscious, it's just what I felt like drawing. It's true that I didn't plan on drawing that inspiration part was mindless. But then I consciously drew it like that. So I've been lying about it. I've also lied about my coworkers using my computer to send an email. I've been working in shared space offices for years and I always log my PC when I leave my desk, so it didn't happen to me. It did happen to another colleague though, who did actually bring breakfast on the day after. So yeah, I've lied a lot. What are you gonna do? However, it is true, or at least I am a fervent believer that we do think too much in general, and it's good to turn your brain off. It's like how sometimes you're invited to do something you hadn't planned at all, and you hesitate for a bit, but it turns out later you had an incredible time and you made memories for life. Well, what I mean is that we spend a whole lot of time, effort and brain power into balancing options and choices when we should go with our guts or our instinct. Not for everything, of course. Do think carefully about what apartment you want to live in, and don't bet all your money on red, even if your guts tell you to. But when it's more of a spur of the moment thing that wouldn't impact your life in a major way, why do we think? Just do it. And when you want to draw something, just draw. Don't start your creative, artistic activity with a series of thoughts like, is it gonna be a masterpiece? Or how many views can this or that idea get? And so on. It's the situation I find myself in a lot of times, if I'm gonna be honest. Basically, before every video, I have to toy with these thoughts, decide their weight, or if I should ignore them completely. I'm mostly drawing for myself, but I would also like to grow an audience. The thing is, I can do both, draw for myself and also grow an audience. But does it work? Not really, but that's another subject entirely. What I decided to do still is to stop thinking ahead when it comes to drawing. I want to draw a bird taking a shower. I draw that. No thoughts involved. It's only later, when it's time to write a script for the audio commentary of the video, that I start taking into account all these SEO things, like keywords and trends, and things people watching YouTube would be interested to see. And so in the case of the bird taking a shower, it turns into a video about color palettes. I didn't go in with the idea of talking about colors, it only ended that way. Just like how I felt like making swirly ink lines with the fountain pen, and only later I decided to talk about automatic drawing and the stuff I've been saying since the beginning of this video. If I really started thinking about drawing in terms of what should work with an audience instead of what I want to draw, I would only make Photoshop animation tutorials, or I would focus on drawing hot girls to capture all the horny people. Art is art, and it's a passion before the rest. I do believe you should enjoy art, and the rest is unimportant. So do what you feel like doing. Stop being tied down by the weight of your thoughts, what you should or shouldn't do and why. If you keep restricting yourself with your own thoughts, you'll eventually reach a point where no matter what you want to do, it's never gonna be good enough for your goals and you'll stop entirely. That's not being happy in my book. If I wasn't making art primarily for myself, I would have stopped bothering to make videos a long time ago. But because I do draw for myself first, I still enjoy making every single one of them. And I enjoy when I get a notification that a new person, such as yourself, has deemed my work entertaining enough to subscribe. So do me a favor and consider it. Just consider subscribing. It's up to you to decide, but always go with your guts and you should be fine. I'm DaVinci and it has been my pleasure. Bye!